Hi, you guys. Lady Rochelle here, author and founder of Warriors Talk, where we move away from awareness towards action. This is a special edition of Warriors Talk, which is 31 days of breast cancer awareness facts in recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we are on day 25, so I have been giving you 24 facts about breast cancer. And tonight's fact is stress impact on breast cancer. So I've had this conversation with many individuals, women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer, and we all seem to have a similar story as it relates to stress and breast cancer. So tonight we're going to talk about that. I have seven actually things that you could do to release or that help you to release the stress as it relates to your risk for breast cancer. So, seven ways to deal with the stress and its impact on breast cancer. So, according to a study that was done, it showed that individuals who had trauma in their lives and they didn't deal with the trauma, then they tend to have a higher risk for breast cancer. Basically, I would say any type of cancer when it comes to stress, because stress, what it does is it compromises your immune system. So if you are stressed out, then there are some things that you can do to relieve that stress, because when you have stress on the body and you don't release that stress, then it can damage the body. So let's talk about seven ways that you can deal with stress and its impact on breast cancer. So the first way is to talk to somebody, talk to a counselor, talk to someone who can help you to relieve that stress or get to the root cause of the stress. Because a lot of times we don't get to the root cause of the stress, and we put a band-aid on whatever it is that's going on in our lives. But if you are able to talk to someone and get to the root cause of what's going on and what is causing you to have the stress in your life, then it could possibly eliminate that problem. So, and this is whether you have cancer or you have cancer or you don't. So I would say talk to someone. If you don't have cancer and you're having issues with stress, talk to somebody. And then if you have a cancer diagnosis and you're stressed out, please talk to somebody. Don't just sit there and allow your body to be in turmoil all the time. It's just not a good thing. So you can see a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and then they will give you ways that you can manage the stress. Managing the stress is exactly what you want to do. So the second way that you can deal with stress and its impact on breast cancer is to practice meditation or yoga. Mindful meditation and yoga has been proven to combat stress. So if you can do these things, and you can do meditation free at home, you can go on YouTube and you can type in meditation, and it will bring up these different videos for you to you can sit there and listen to the person do the talking for you, or you can sit and do your own. Yoga, you can still go on YouTube and you can type up videos for yoga, and it's something that you don't have to leave your house, or you don't have to pay anybody to teach you or to do it for you. Just go to YouTube and type this information in there, and these are some things that you can do to relieve stress. So the third thing that you can do to deal with the stress impact on breast cancer would be to get adequate sleep. And I am so guilty of not getting enough sleep when it comes to my life. For some reason, it seems like I'm just so busy, and when it comes to going to sleep, that's just like the least thing that I really think about. So I may get maybe 5 to 6 hours every single night. Really, I do. And it's saying that, you should get 7 hours, 8 to 7 hours, 8 to 7 hours a night, because your body, when you sleep, your body is repairing itself, right? Your body is healing when you're sleeping. But if you're not getting proper sleep and enough sleep, then it's not really doing its job, right? So we have to make sure that if it's 24 hours in a day, and we're going, like I'm going 18 hours in a day, and then I only get 6 hours of sleep. Like, what is that? Like, you have to be able to give your body a chance to, wind down, go to sleep, get in that REM sleep, so that your body can heal and learn to repair itself. And if you're not getting enough sleep, then you're going to find out that you're going to have issues with your health. So make sure that you're getting enough sleep. So the fourth thing that you can do to deal with stress impact on breast cancer is to take stress seriously. A lot of times we don't take stress seriously. We just like, oh girl, yeah, I'm just stressed, girl. It's gonna be all right. And we don't really look at the important negative consequences of stress and the stress that it has on our body and our risk to cancer. So make sure that you are taking stress seriously. If you go to the doctor and the doctor run tests on you and the doctor say, hey, you're stressed, I need you to avoid stressful situations, and the doctor tells you what to do, then you make sure that you are doing those things, because if you are not, then stress leads to other serious ailments that you may have to deal with for the rest of your life. So make sure that you are dealing with whatever is causing the stress in your life, that you're dealing with those things. Chronic stress is something that you should not take lightly. You should not take lightly. You should be looking at it as, this is something that I can do preventive before it turns into something that's going to be way out of my control. The fifth thing that you can do to deal with the impact of stress on breast cancer is you can journal. I would say go to the Five and Below store, or even a dollar store has journals, and you can sit and you can write and you can do some self-reflection. You can sit and talk about write about what it is that's going on that's causing you to have stress. And sometimes when you write about it, you get it out, it's out now. I don't have to deal with it anymore. I don't have to internalize it anymore. So get your journal and start writing about it. Start getting stuff down on paper. Get it out of here and put it on paper. And that way you don't have to worry about it eating you up inside. Start just letting stuff go. Once you get it in a journal, you let it go and you don't internalize it anymore because you have gotten it out, right? So number 6 is one that I really like, is exercise, because this is something you can do at home. Also, go to YouTube, pull up the videos, and you can exercise. So to relieve stress, you can exercise. You can do cardio. You can do strengthening exercises. And what the exercise does is it pumps up those endorphins, those brain feel-good neurotransmitters. So make sure that you're exercising. It also reduces that flight or fight mode. So you know how when somebody tells you something, so-and-so, your son got hit by a car, and all of a sudden you tense up and you ready to go. You in that flight or fight mode. But sometimes people are in that mode all the time. And if you are in that mode all the time, you are doing your body a disservice, because at some point, you get in the flight or fight mode, and it should be a time period where you just release and relax and let that go. But some people are like that all the time. So it has exercise has a positive effect on your cardiovascular system, your digestive system, and then also your immune system. So you can't lose by doing exercise. So number 7 is, and this is something new to me, is consider supplements to help you relieve stress. They have omega-3 fatty acids that you can take, and it is known to reduce anxiety by 20%. So if you feel like, you're anxious all the time, then go get some supplements. These are, you can get them online, and you can go to your health food store, and ask them for the omega-3 fatty acid supplements. And if you're dealing with, stress, and it will help you, to kind of stay calm and to reduce that for you. You can also, which is something that I like, is to drink green tea. And this is, drinking green tea will help you calm down. It will help reduce that anxiety as well. So if you know that you are going somewhere where it's stressful, or dealing with somebody that's stressful, make you some green tea. Make you some green tea, put it in the thermal, and take it with you and sip on it, and then it will help you. For me, tea, because it's hot, it just calms me down anyway. So sometimes I try to drink it at night before I go to sleep, because I drink it without caffeine. So, it doesn't bother me or keep me up at night. So drink green tea, get your omega-3 fatty acids, exercise. These are things that you can do. Everything that I've given you, aside from talking to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Those are things that you would have to pay for that would probably go through your insurance. But all of the 6 other things that I have given you are things that you can do at home on your own. So, what can you take away from what we talked about tonight, which is trying to reduce the impact of stress as it relates to a breast cancer diagnosis? So, if you have been listening to me, since I've been talking about cancer, then you would know that I always say that stress led to my breast cancer diagnosis, because at the time that I was diagnosed, I can think about the year before, or maybe even the 2 years before my diagnosis. I was under a lot of stress, a lot of stress. So, um, other than that, I've always been healthy, haven't had any issues. And for those 2 years, I was stressed. I was pregnant, and then once I had the baby, I was stressed. So during my pregnancy, I was stressed, and then right after I had the baby, I was stressed. So for 2 years, I was stressed, and then um, my baby was 18 months old, and then all of a sudden, I'm diagnosed with breast cancer. So I believe that stress had the opportunity to mess with my immune system. So because I was stressed, it suppressed my immune system, and I just had a baby, so my immune system was down from that, and now I'm stressed, so my immune system was down from that. So it allowed, anything to happen at that point, and I believe that that's how the cancer had a chance to come in, was because I was stressed. Now, had I been maybe, exercising, I did walking, but I did walking, but I wasn't releasing my stress. Like, I wasn't journaling. I wasn't talking to a counselor, or I don't think I was talking to anybody, because I just kind of internalized the stress. I just kind of try to deal with it myself, and not really try to bother anybody about what was going on with my stress. But we know that breast cancer is the world's leading cause of cancer mortality in women. So if this is something that you can control, which is the stress, is something that you can control, then I would encourage you to do all of the 7 things that I mentioned, which is talking to a professional, practicing meditation and yoga, get adequate sleep, and I'm guilty as that. Taking stress seriously, journal, write down your thoughts, exercise, and then consider supplements. So those are the 7 things that you can do to deal with stress and the impact that it has on breast cancer. And this is before breast cancer, and this is after breast cancer. These are things that you can do. So I am grateful that we are on day 25 of the 31 days of breast cancer awareness facts in the month of October, in recognition for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And our topic for tonight, again, was stress impact on breast cancer. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. We are close to October 31st, and I'm going to keep going. So tomorrow is day 26. So join me tomorrow for 31 days of breast cancer awareness facts. This is author and founder Lady Rochelle of Warriors Talk, where we are changing lives one warrior at a time.